Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your brother. This is your brother in the struggle and the spiritual struggle coming at you once again. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the truth? Can you handle the truth? See, there's an old saying that goes, "A man that lives by its principles shall die by his principles." Okay? A man that lives by his principle shall die by his principles. So, are you willing to die for your principles? Are you or you just ready to die to defend this satanic matrix system that has been playing humanity like a fiddle ever since humanity fell from its creator's grace? Okay? And constantly contradicting itself through the process of confusing the masses. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the truth? I'm going to show you today. Please take a look at the first link that I will share with you here in this video, where I will share with you that everything that happened back in 2020, you know what happened. Okay? There was no pandemic. You're going to see it. And isn't that and this is for the AI at YouTube. This is not coming from me. This is coming from a man that helped develop the supposedly cure for what happened in 2020 when the whole world was locked down. So please take a look at it as he tells you that everything is a lie. By the way, isn't that exactly what I've been telling you for many, many years? Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a man that lives by his principles shall die by his principles. But you know what? We have a twisted concept of reality. That's what we live on. That's why anything goes nowadays. Let me just tell you this. Haven't I been telling you that the American society is the most naive people in this world? Wasn't that in full display at the White House? Okay? With the meeting between Donald Trump and Mandami. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, please. See, Donnie knows. Donnie Trump knows that politics is a joke. So all this name calling of him being a fascist, it was all part of the psychological game. Because, ladies and gentlemen, everything, absolutely everything is a psychological operations. Okay? That was shown through the years, through the millenniums by the original psychological operator whom people call the devil, Satan, and whose heavenly name is Lucifer. And guess what? Humanity has been living under these lies. No wonder my videos only have 153 subscribers, because people are not ready for this truth. See, they are so dependent. They believe so in this system that is robbing them. And speaking of robbing, the United States was robbed back in 1913, okay, twice. First, in the month of February of 1913, the IRS was created. Thieves with a license who takes three months of your pay out of your checks, and if not, they will come after you. It's a mafia. And then, in the same year, 1913, the Federal Reserve was created by a bunch of Satanists. So America is a whole, H-O-L-E. I'm sorry, H-O-E. She's a whole that's in the hole, whose hole has been rammed in so much she's no longer worth. She's worthless. Okay, America's mind has been robbed because America's principles, ever since Americans was created, it was based not on some Christian, Judeo-Christian beliefs. America was founded on the innocent blood of God's chosen people, the natives, and all the natives, whom people call the indigenous people, or Native Americans. But in reality, they come from the tribe of God, G-A-D. Do your research. So, ladies and gentlemen, the whole of reality has been twisted in front of your eyes. Everything is a lie. Back in 1948, the Rothschild bought the land of Israel from, of course, who? The English, who's been all over the place, robbing, as like the scavengers that they are, and they were in Africa, they were in India, they were in China. You understand? So back in 1948, the Rothschild bought that piece of land for the Jewish people. But these Jewish people were fake. They are fake. And they have made the whole world believe, they have deceived the whole world, making them believe that they are God's chosen people, when in reality, they don't even believe in Christ. And they tell you to your face. In fact, in Tel Aviv, is thrown every year the biggest pride parade in the whole wide world. Of course, Iran destroyed it, but nevertheless, that's where it was set, the greatest parade, the LGBTQ community. Wait a minute. If these people are God's chosen people, and the Bible talks about against homosexual behavior, then why are they going along with this and allowing this in the Holy Land? You know why? Because these people are actually the Ashkenazi Jews, the Kabbalists, the Zionists, the serpent people. Those are the people that are in control of Israel. They created Hamas. And yet America has completely dedicated, and many religions organization recognize the Jewish state or God's Jewish people as God chosen people. Oh yeah, they are chosen people, all right. But Lucifer is their God. Okay? Now you may want to believe that or not. I'm just a messenger. Okay? You want to do your research on it? Go ahead. But I'm just here to tell you that when you have to learn not just to look at things or not just to look at people, but learn to see through people. Learn to see through things. Okay? So, in fact, America has been so, being the naive whore that she is. Okay? Ladies and gentlemen, America is the modern Babylon, and she will fall hard very, very soon. Remember what I told you, that Donald Trump will be the last president of the United States. So things have to pick up really, really fast. The people surrounding Donald Trump, bringing the AI into effect, getting people ready for the mark of the beast. Okay? These people surrounding him. The people, in fact, I forgot the gentleman's name that bought, he's the owner of TikTok now. TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, they are married to men. These people are Satanists. They are Freemasons. That's what they are. The people that control this world are Satanists. They don't have any choice. They have to pledge allegiance to Satan. In fact, take a look at your US dollar bill. Do you see what they say at the back? In God we trust. And then what happened? What does that dollar does around the world? It feeds wars, like the many billions of that Ukraine has gotten from us. Then teaching kids in the university about the theory of evolution, which have been completely proven to be a lie. All right, that's two evil things so far. And then the other is that very same money that says in God we trust. What happens? It's the same money that it is used to abort baby, to assassinate baby straight in the mother's womb. But yet, in God we trust. You see how America has been worked? Okay? If you want to be part of Hollywood, you have to sell your soul to the devil. You have to go to the sofa. And you have to be subject to homosexuality relations. And if you're a woman, be ready for lesbian relationship. And they will record everything that you do. If not, ladies and gentlemen, sorry, you ain't part of the club. So, that is the reality. I bring to you reality. You can take it or leave it. I'm trying to unplug you from the matrix. Do you want to be a slave to it? Do you want to live under its lies? Religions, politics, your education system, your medical establishment, the pharmaceutical industry is all the entertainment business. Like Hollywood, everything is a lie. In fact, the challenge has picked up a notch. Okay, I will give $700. Okay, and remember, I have a Bible. I will give $700. I will PayPal to you. I will cash up it to you. Whatever. However you would like to get the money. Send me a video of any man through a human history, any political figures through a human history that has really cared about each people. You will not find it. Because in order to be in power, you have to make a deal with the devil himself. You will not find it. In fact, you saw what happened in Luke 4, where the devil said to Christ. What did he say? Okay, go ahead, bow down to me, and I will give all the kingdoms of the earth. Okay? Anyway, one last thing. Do you hear what happened in Charlotte, North Carolina? People were getting ready for a Christmas tree lighting. What happened? There was a shooting. I believe 4 people were shot, if I'm not mistaken. In Chicago, the same thing. There was going to be a Christmas tree lighting. What happened? There was a shootout. You understand? See, when we celebrate this, when we celebrate Satan's holidays, ladies and gentlemen, you have given him an excuse to do whatever he wants. And there's nothing more that he enjoys than destroying human lives. I mean, he shows it through abortion. He shows it back in ancient time when people had to pass their babies through fire. And people used to give it to the sun god, the bear, the Baal, in order for them to get what? To get material blessings. You understand? People get this desperate. So when people get desperate, what do? Through a human history, they don't wait for God. In fact, even when God calls people, remember when God called Moses, remember what Moses said? Well, oh God, you know I was born with, I stutters, I'm not good with words. And God said, who gave man the mouth? In other words, we worry for little things instead of looking at the whole picture. What are you worrying about stuttering when who gave the mouth to man? Who gave the gift of speech to man? It was God. Then we go to Gideon. I believe in Judges 6. He goes and said to God, to the angel that was sent to him, well, where was this his promise? In fact, I'm going to go there so you don't think I'm making shit up, okay? Judges 6. Okay? I'm about to... Judges 6. Judges 6 and first verse. And the children of Israel did evil in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord delivered them into the hands of the Midian 7 years. 2. And the hand of Midian prevailed against Israel, and because of the Midianites, the children of Israel made them the dens which are in the mountains, in caves and strongholds. 3. And so it was when Israel had sown that the Midianites came up, and the Amalekites and the children of the east, even they came up against them. 4. And they encamped against them, and destroyed the increase of the earth, till thou come unto Gaza, and left no sustenance for Israel, neither sheep, nor ox, nor ass. 5. For they came up with their cattle and their tents, and they came as grasshoppers for multitude, for both they and their comers were without number, and they entered into the land to destroy it. 6. And Israel was greatly impoverished because of the Midianites, and the children of Israel cried unto the Lord. 7. And it came to pass, when the children of Israel cried unto the Lord because of the Midianites. 8. That the Lord sent a prophet unto the children of Israel, which said unto them, Thus says the Lord God of Israel, I brought you up from Egypt, and brought you forth out of the house of bondage. 9. And I deliver you out of the hand of the Egyptians, and out of the hand of all that oppressed you, and drave them out from before you, and gave you their land. And I said unto you, I am the Lord your God. Fear not, for the gods of the Amorites, in whose hand you dwell, but you have not obeyed my voice. 11. And there came an angel of the Lord that sat under an ark which was in Ophrah, that pertained unto Joshua and to the Abirite. And his son Gideon threshed wheat by the winepress and hid it from the Midianites. Verse 12. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him and said unto him, The Lord is with thee, thou mighty man of valor. 13. And Gideon said unto him, O my Lord, if the Lord be with us, why then is all this befalling us? And when and where be all his miracles which our fathers told us of, saying, did not God bring us from Egypt? But now the Lord hath forsaken us and delivered us into the hands of the Midianites. 14. And the Lord looked upon him and said, Go in this thy might, and thou shalt save Israel from the hand of the Midianites. Have not I sent thee? In other words, don't be afraid. 15. And he said unto him, O my Lord, wherewith shall I save Israel? Behold, my family is poor in Manasseh, and I am the least in my father's house. 16. And the Lord said unto him, Surely I will be with thee, and thou shalt smite the Midianites as one man. So you see, 300. Okay, 300 men. So you understand. Okay? Okay, so you see what Gideon is doing here? He's putting excuses because they're going through suffering. So, you understand? So even people that God has set apart and called upon, we humans, it's in our nature to be what? No. I think you made a mistake, God. We are the poorest people here in Manasseh, and not only that, but I'm the youngest one of my dad. What are you doing? So you see, they don't know, because that goes to show that it was the other way around. God didn't forget them. They've forgotten God. They've forgotten their creator. You understand? And here's another example, the one I told you before. Okay? Exodus chapter 4, which is the second book of the Bible. Exodus chapter 4, verse 9. And it shall come to pass, if they will not believe also this sign, neither hearken unto thy voice, that thou should take of the water of the river and pour it upon the dry land, and the water which thou takest out of the river shall become blood upon the dry land. Verse 10. And Moses said unto the Lord, O my Lord, I am not eloquent, neither herefore, not since thou hast spoken unto thy servant, but I am slow of speech, and of a slow tongue. 11. And the Lord said unto him, Who hath made man's mouth? Or who maketh the dumb or deaf, or the seeing or the blind? Have not I the Lord? You understand? So here we are once again doubting God, because we forget. See, remember, the mind is enmity against God. So you understand? So that's why this whole world does not believe this, because they have this whole world is living under a twisted concept of reality, because they are living on an alternate reality which was given to men back first to our parents. And that's why they celebrate Satan's day, like Christmas, Thanksgiving. I'm going to make a video on Thanksgiving. I make one every year. So you understand the origins of Thanksgiving. It was based upon a massacre. But yet here you are celebrating this thing called holiday. You got Halloween, which actually starts not on October 31st. It starts in September. Okay? And it goes all the way up to December, to the New Year's Eve. You understand? Then you got the celebration of Passover. What a joke. In other words, ladies and gentlemen, since we are living under a concept, into a twisted concept of reality, everything that man does backfires big time in their faces, because we are celebrating satanic holidays. See, I work for the government. I take, hey, they give me the holidays, pay holidays, I take it. I'd be more than with it, but I don't celebrate it, because I know what my people, God's chosen people, went through. Now, this is not a hearsay. This is not my opinion. This is factual history. So now you see how America has been played. America is again, it's a bitch that has been used so many times that and her whole has been ramped so many times that she's no longer good, and now she's full of demons, and she's about to fall hard. Okay, she's about to fall hard, ladies and gentlemen, and that's why she's being played. Do you know, besides the lie that I'm about to show you, do you know that your votes don't count? Do you see? Your votes don't count. Your political system is all based upon a lie. It's a rigged system. They tell you in their faces, but since you are so blind, you don't see it. So, ladies and gentlemen, please wake up. So what you see in America, what you see being displayed in America, all from Dearborn, Michigan, the Muslim taking over of Dearborn, Michigan, Minnesota. Okay? You see the Muslim taking over, ladies and gentlemen. The system is letting it happen, because America knows that, hey, it's like America saying, do not stop them. We are fucked anyway. We have come to a place, and that's why, I mean, how in the world, and this is how you know that everything is a lie. How are you going to let a communist, a socialist, an Islamic man take over as mayor of New York, when supposedly your Twin Towers, your Pentagon, was attacked by Islamic brothers, Islamic creatures? No, ladies and gentlemen, no, because everything is a lie. Remember, they told you about Osama bin Laden was in on it. Ladies and gentlemen, Osama bin Laden was a CIA agent. I told you, I've been telling you so many times. Al Qaeda was created back in the Jimmy Carter years, back in the 1979 and 1980s. It was created because that's when the Soviets were in Afghanistan. Remember, that was the Soviet Union's Afghanistan. That was Russia's Vietnam, and they created Al Qaeda because Osama bin Laden became a U.S. CIA informer, CIA agent. His name is Timothy Osman. Do your research. See, I bring you the truth. I bring you the receipts. But this is just too big, and too astounding for you to believe, well, then I dare you. And then, like I said, that challenge is still standing. No one has claimed 700. First it was 600, 500. Then it went up to 600. I pumped that up another 100, 700. $700. If you can send me a video of a leader in human history that has actually cared for its people, you're not going to find it. Because it doesn't exist. And it will never exist until America, until humanity is completely cleaned. There's a cleaning fire coming from God Almighty very soon. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this this alien invasion called Blue Beam, ladies and gentlemen, do not believe that. That's not going to happen. There won't be time for that. You know why? Because people will see right through that. Okay? I know people are ready and they're conditioning and programmed for the beast system, for the mark of the beast. Most of humanity is. But if they were to play the card of the Blue Beam Project, where they are going to fake an alien invasion in order to control the masses, ladies and gentlemen, that's just going to delay their 2030 agenda, their 2030 satanic agenda. You understand? Please do not believe the hype. That's something that they throw out there that people have been playing with it. That's playing with fire. I don't bring you political news. I don't bring you the news. I bring you prophecy that is coming down the pipe. Okay? America will be taken out of the way. Mexico and Canada are working against the United States. America will be destroyed from the inside. Her enemy are already in power, from Dearborn to Minnesota to New York. Okay? And by the way, the leaders of these cities don't have a clue, don't care, because they have sold their soul to the 2030 agenda. From the governor of Texas to the governor of Tim Walz, from the governor of Minnesota, New York, and Chicago, and the governor of Michigan. They have all pledged their allegiance to the World Economic Forum. That's why they're talking in Utah about the digital ID. That's what's coming. It's conditioning the masses for the beast system that is approaching fast. They know they got to move fast on this because Satan's days upon his reign upon this earth are numbered. Too bad that billions of people will die before humanity wakes up. Anyway, this is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, do not forget the links that I was sharing you. They are all interconnected. They all talk about the same thing, the lie that is being given to you. You have been fed a lie. First, it was the devil by deceiving our mother, Eve. Then it was our father, Adam. And then, through our history, down the line up to now, and through empires, everything has been a lie. This wisdom has been passed from generation to generations. Okay? Secrets of the satanic knowledge to control humanity. Are you under the satanic control, or are you free? Ladies and gentlemen, please, the Democrats and also the evil Republicans, they are all part further of the same bird. They are puppets. The people that control behind the scene are the people that runs the money. Okay? That's why sometimes they propose things and they say, wait a minute, no, we take it back. No, we didn't mean to say that. Because they're not in charge. They play with your mind. Why you think religions in the United States don't pay taxes through 501c3 because they are part of the same. They're all playing along, for the 2030 agenda. And they always tell you that they care about you with this climate change lie, because everything is a lie again. You understand? And you have been swallowing this up. You cannot deny that there's something wrong in this world and that things are about to pop and that America has become a Zinderbox, a powder keg that's about to blow up. Are you going to let it blow up in your face, or are you going to be on the side of your Creator, protected by His love and mercy? If it is, then I will see you back in the desert where we are going to be separated from the rest. This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. And remember, I do this out of love. You will never see me asking for anything. In fact, I'm willing to send you money. This is all I have for you, ladies and gentlemen. Take care.